Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to be taking a look at the first match of BTK versus the Ohio Brother from week 4, day 2. And if you're interested in this type of content, or if you're interested in a particular match for a complete analysis, let me know. I've only done draft analysis so far on the channel, so this would be my first, well, I guess I've done it before with the help of Deku, but this would be my first official time trying to explain on, the details of what's going on, or why I think things broke down. Usually it's a very simple type of mistake that teams make, but sometimes it's like, I guess I should say, an oversight. But we'll find out. I didn't watch the actual matches this time. I've been busy, so we'll find out. We'll see how it goes, and but it's more of like a watch along in a sense for me. But I'll be fast forwarding parts where I'm not saying anything, so don't worry about that. Casters as well. We got Trex over here, or T-Rex, and we got Deku. Coach Deku. Alright, so right off the bat, sorry as they're talking, hopefully it's not annoying, but as they're going, we see that Ohio started with Valentina, Yuzong, and Joy. Well, sorry, Valentina ban, Joy ban, Yuzong ban. And BTK is currently in their ban phase, or either that or the whole thing is glitched. Okay, it's not glitched. They're just having issues, I think, but yeah. Fanny ban. Okay. Civil War? What in the world is going on? Okay, so this usually what this means is you're gonna have some type of like okay, yeah, they thank you for switching that. So anyways, it looks like they're gonna be drafting Farsa or some other type of mage here that is going to be countered by the Yuzong. There's no other real reason to ban Yuzong so early, other than you're trying to just secure some bans, some prio picks for your side, like a Glue maybe, or a Fredrin, or you're just trying to, or maybe an Epharamis. You're trying to unlock something here. So that's okay. Fanny is always a respect ban here in NA, really, honestly. Fanny and Joy, you just can't let them go. Walking around freely, I would say Kaja would be the next choice here, honestly. Don't want to let that on the field either. But yeah, Wan just means that, well, they don't want to first pick Wan and then have basically them have maybe pick a Faramis over here or something like that. The glue ban is interesting. I would have opted for a Kaja ban here. Definitely would have been for a Kaja ban. Regardless though, Urishi picked up the Arlot with the Petrify. His Arlot's very unique. I don't think this type of Arlot would really... Well, maybe it'll work in Southeast Asia, but I'm kind of doubtful because teams have better like bush prio over there. Like, well, not prio, but like they're better at checking bushes for that kind of playstyle. Maybe he'll use... Okay, yeah, he used Flicker. That's a little bit better for sets here. This is fine, but so basically, there's a draft game going on. Let me pause the video real quick. So basically, there's a little draft game right here with the Yuzong being banned out, right? Then what happened is that basically they're provoking this pick here. So Lapu's still open, okay? So you could have got like a Lapu and a Faramis, I should say, rather than what I just said. Yeah, I think Faramis has more prio. Maybe even a Faramis and a Kaja, personally, because I was harping for that earlier. So yeah, I definitely think a Faramis and a Kaja here would have been a better pickup for the side of BTK. Because if they don't get that, Ohio Brothers is surely to pick something up along those lines. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, obviously. And like I said, I haven't watched it, so this is my first. Excuse me, dang. It's also my first kind of like time watching this, so. I mean, Lolita's like, they're both good picks, don't get me wrong. It's just like Kaja and Faramis have more prio in this meta. At the moment. They just got like baited out by that Yuzong ban. To be honest with you. Yeah. And this is fine too, because, you know, first thing you pick into a Faramis is like a Claude to counter the Faramis.
I like the
And
fairness.
you're not really afraid of a Kaja, I guess. And so because they already have the Lolita pick, but it could be banned out like right here. So like I don't know. I don't. It all depends honestly. If you're going for the, I mean, because like Kaja has suppress, right? So you can stop the Claude ult, but it depends on like your preference or like your comfort zone there.
Click the button, you stun them. You know what I'm saying? With that, you have some ability to slow them down.
Fredrin,
May not have the ability to be in Mobazane's
I don't
face.
really like this combo with Fredrin. I've always said Eve is a better combo with Fredrin, honestly, but
BTK here.
it can work because like Farsa has burst. It's not like a bad combo. It's just there's a little bit more synergy with Eve. Like so far the drafts are okay. I'm not gonna lie, way better than before. The Martis ban for going into the Fredrin. You guys should get on the Tanks a lot ban. The Martis is okay into a Fredrin, but the Lancelot is just way more annoying to deal with. At least you can like chase around a Martis or stop him a little bit. Lancelot's way harder to catch.
Yeah, I think a link
Beatrix ban is very interesting. I guess she's the only other person with that AoE type ult that can shred the cold altar.
It's been all over from tank jungle to assassin jungle. We saw him pick up the tanks a lot last night. Did an amazing job on it, and that pick alone has.
Yeah, I definitely think I have a feeling they're gonna pick Tanks a lot right there.
Picked all over the place, so it is definitely a hot pick, and I think that's what BTK is debating right now. It's like, man, this Lance.
You'll need to ban out the Lance. Yes.
A lot of options that could be troublesome to us. They decide to
And
go
the thing is, they could also go like Ling and Kaja easily, like because they just have like this should have been like a Lancelot and like a Kaja ban, and they would have had a way easier time. Well, I don't know why in the world there's a Hellcurt ban there. It doesn't really make sense. Maybe it was like a scrim they had, and like Hellcurt completely stomped on the Farsa or something. It's the only thing I can think of. This Hellcurt came out in some scrim or something. Ban. Okay, so there's a Brody. There's a Brody ban. Okay, honestly, I would have gone for a Melissa ban, but I guess the Brody ban is okay. But you know, you do you. I mean, it's not like they're having the best bans over here, but you know, it's fine. I can see this one. I can't really see this one, to be honest with you. Unless it's like literally going to affect their next two picks. We'll see. Okay. I do not like this and this. This and this. No. Carry X Fredrin. I hate that combo. I really do. It's just me though. Like I've seen it work. It's just me. I just personally hate it. There's the tanks a lot though. You can definitely hit, like slot in like a Kaja or an Atlas at this point right here. It's like literally whatever you want is free. Even a Franco. Well, Franco into Lolita is bad, but or maybe even a Cho for the Farsa. It's not like they have like the ability to really stop you like that. Double support with not a well, unless he's building tank, and obviously if this is a tank slot, then maybe Chonky Boy's needed for double support. Okay, this is a good pick into the Diggy. Like, okay, good job, T. Like that makes sense. So here's what's gonna happen. Just from reading this draft, I'm gonna pause it real quick, okay? So this is like the final draft, right? So here's what's gonna happen, right? In terms of positioning wise, like in team fights and stuff, these two have like a higher ground if you were to label it a certain way. Fredrin, obviously, everybody knows how he works now. He's just like a walking petrify. Really chonky, etc, etc, etc. So for anybody over here to really chonk down the Fredrin, it's only going to happen after Claude gets, you know, some stacks and after he gets some items. And he has to build tanky or else it's going to be a problem. If he doesn't build tanky, then it's like a double-edged sword. He's going to have to play it really well, but if he if he plays tanky, he can basically be more helpful to the team overall, like especially in like team fights. But if he's not tanky, late game he can put up a lot of plays on the Farsa and the carry and like literally solo them basically. So it's a double-edged sword. I mean, Ohio Brothers with the Diggy maybe can go tanky, but it's gonna really hurt their early game, in my opinion. So I'm gonna say that, I mean, just based on the Esme Prio, like landing on with the high ground of these two guys plus the Esme ult. Again, the only thing I really don't like is this carry. This carry pick is so single target. Like, yeah, it has high burst and everything, but like carries, like you need to have, a lot of these like tanky heroes to really profit from it. And also, to that point, carries light wheel passive, her marks that do the percent max HP, they get purified constantly during a Diggy ult. So Diggy is a really good counter for a carry or a Wan Wan or literally any other like marksman that has like any type of like debuff type marks on you. Just as an FYI. Um, so I'll just quickly reiterate that this team right here has way better early game, even in laning phase. I guess maybe that's why they went for the carry into the Claude, because they just wanted a laning phase win. But there's better laning phase wins into Claude than a carry. So just this is the only thing I really didn't like, BTK. I just really didn't like this. Rest of it's fine. You guys, if you guys built a snowball with this Farsa, Fredrin, Esme combo and some good sets from the Lolita, you basically are good to go, unless you run into the mid to late game with the Claude and the Faramis and a damage R lot. Only late game. Only late game. I don't know. Urushi's weird to me. He plays weird on Arlot. So like most people would build him tanky, but Urushi's weird like that. And I know best player is gonna go for that tank slot play. I just know it. Kind of, well, it's just meta, I guess is what I should say. It wouldn't make sense to go damage basically. Whew. Okay, let's go.
Game 1, BTK up against Ohio, the sequel.
The sequel.
Amazing series, and my introduction is better than Trex.
10 out of 10, Deku. Definitely a much better introduction than mine was in the second one. Even though I top your first one, we are here now. We talked about the draft so much.
Trolling, just trolling. Okay, I'm gonna be pausing a lot because a lot of this stuff is like very important to highlight, especially in the early game for people that are trying to learn. Yeah, Zane starting red, best player starting blue. All this means is that Zane is going to, they're both basically trying to rotate and fight for this Letho, in this high level kind of gameplay style. Typically, this couldn't, I mean, best player has two options. He can either go for the Letho, right, as he should, or go, straight to red, and then maybe gank an Esme, which would be a bad choice, because Esme kind of, you're not going to do much to an Esme. It's just like, I think that Lance would have been better off starting red. Like if Lance started red, and he could have like easily got to fight for the Letho, right? And maybe then gone to blue, and then kind of did this pathing to gank the carry. It's just a little bit better. Same thing though, Zane has to go here, then here, and then the difference is he can actually gank this guy, right? Because he has the Farsa and the Lolita backup. Like this gank can make sense, and especially as like a turtle prio, right? Because then you can get Esme to level 4 and you'll have like turtle prio. Like that's gonna be really good if like gameplay wise, like that would be a good play for Zane. Like because as a Fredrin, doing, Letho, blue, going back over there to gank the Claude. Well, Claude's not easy to gank in the first place, so, L. The easiest to gank of the two is definitely the Arla, and it's going to profit you more. Esme, not easy to gank, easier to gank that carry. Should have done this. Well, sorry, not like that. Should have gone... Maybe like, I just don't have a really good gauge. Maybe if you could do both, but if you can't, then go for the Letho, then blue, rotate, crab, maybe. If you can't do crab, just gank the carry, and then rotate back for the turtle. That would have been your best option. There, obviously, let's see. But in terms of anything else, it's just like your standard early game. Nothing really to say, really. Okay, so I guess what happened here is even though the best play was to go Letho, Blue, and then gank Arla, even though that was like the best macro play, Carry or ISO over here was probably saying to the team, hey, this Diggy's starving my lane with the Claude. I can't really do much. I need a gank. You know, try to shut down the Claude or the Diggy at least so I can, you know, work better on this laning phase. This is probably some communication that happened between these two because there's no other way Zane would kind of go like that. At least I wouldn't think he would do something like that out of like his own will.
I gotta tip your hat over there to the side of Ohio.
So Urushi's letting this minion hit him so that the next wave basically clashes a little bit closer to his tower. That's just like normal stuff, normal XP laner stuff in high elo play. Turtle spawned. Both of them are there. Fredrin's gonna be stronger at this point of the game. Urushi's still level 3. T is level 4. So there's a prio there. And they could have avoided I mean, I'm just saying that, yeah, whatever. I already said the macro plays earlier, but okay, so basically right now, Diggy doesn't have 4 either, and neither does Lolita, but this turtle is gone for, like, you can't contest it, especially with Urishi being level 3, you should have just, like, given it away right here, let Urishi maybe get some help from Shark if you want, or from Hoon, you really don't need a lot of help, just to get level 4, it's fine. And just let best player rotate back to try to gank ISO along with Hoon, and you probably would have had a little bit of a better macro player. Because right now, the only thing I can see is Esme jumping on everybody that's trying to take the turtle. It's not like maybe they won't kill best player because he's Lance, right? And maybe he can like greed to take the turtle or try to, but it's going to be very risky, especially this early in the game. It's just he doesn't have the tank items yet, so he doesn't have that type of, you know, ability to, you know, do everything by himself just yet. Urishi just got 4. Okay, Urishi just got 4. So maybe it's not too bad. Maybe they have a chance here. Yato's ulting from a little bit of a weird position. It's okay. It's not too bad. Zane's still in a good spot. T is going to probably ult right here. And if you look at top lane, you know, good, you know, ISO's putting a lot of good pressure on basic. I think that Urishi is going to try to go for some type of like play like this, and maybe like swipe this way, to try to like, you know, just make sure it can maybe cancel T stuff or something like that. He has the assassin emblem, so he's definitely going for damage. And he has Petrify, so he's gonna maybe try to get in there, CC Zane and Petrify Zane, so he can't retry. Maybe that's what he's thinking, but it's gonna be very tough. Like he's gonna have to be like pinpoint accuracy with that. Yeah, too late. So regardless, though, Code Altar goes off. Urishi goes in that area I kind of thought he would. Okay. He did stun Zane. T's just going in. Yep, there's the taunt. Okay, they need to disengage though. Yato's not doing not respecting. He's Farsa, right? He's not respecting the just how strong Arlight is in the early game when being built for damage. Yeah, he's dead. And Shark could probably die to T right there too. Yeah. Okay, so that was yeah. Oh, Urishi goes down though, overstayed. Well, it's not like he can really get out. His dashes don't work like that. So I mean, all for all, I think that was definitely over beneficial more for BTK than it was for Ohio Brothers right there. Again, if they can just maintain that, well, obviously they're gonna win. But we'll have to see. It all depends on macro plays right now. If BTK can make good macro plays, they're gonna be, you know, good. Okay, Yeah, the ISO died right there. I don't even have to like basically play. He walked into this bush. Um, listen, if you're Lolita, right? You're Roamer, your tank jungler, your mage, your XP laner, everybody's really far away from you, and the enemy has vision on you, right? Like, if the enemy has vision on you, what do you think they're gonna do, right? Like, if they have vision on you while you're alone, what do you think is gonna happen? They're gonna gank you, right? But even to that point, like you're not even like you're not in a good spot to keep doing that, right? Like Turtle's gone. There's no reason for them to be in any other lane other than yours. This is just a bad play, just like a bad positioning play. Like just I guess map awareness. ISO definitely has to die there. Like if he gets away, that'd be crazy.
Sign for them, but hold on. Speaking of signs,
They still should be able to get
He
out of
did
that.
get away.
Good. I mean, the fact that they weren't able to get that pick off.
That is crazy.
Joybaj was
He actually got away.
wasn't ready to
That extremely risky play. He got away with it this time. If it happens again, he's screwed. If he does not learn from that, like if he didn't catch on to that and learned right there, he's so screwed later on in the game.
that's right. And speaking of things,
Okay, nice flicker set. You got Yato right there, able to like immediately respond. Zane's not too far behind. ISO's not too far behind. I think it's a good overall play.
Ooh, a lot of damage on her
Okay,
star.
nice diggy snipe.
Again, it's another pick off for BTK.
and this is what we might
And I like how best player is taking camps from Zane. Like all the time, as much as he can.
see over and over again. It's going to be extremely hard for Shark to be able to keep.
Retri got burned right there to catch Hoon off the Faramis to try to like get rid of that cold altar. So I mean it's not a bad thing, but it's gonna be risky. Maybe not. It shouldn't be too bad because you have Farsa, right? Because you have Farsa able to rotate fast like that. But we'll see.
Hold of that time journey, but Hangol, speaking of things,
Ooh, in a very bad spot. Gonna get
Okay, yeah, good. They got the kill. It doesn't look like they're in a good spot right now, though. Otherwise. Well, maybe. Actually, no. They're fine. They, you know, yeah, they're fine. Cause Joybaj rotated, and yeah, Yato rotated. They should be fine. Claude had a recall. Carry should basically push top for free, get a lot of tower gold right there. This should be like a wipe, except for Diggy.
it up. Killing spree over to T.
They should be able to do it.
Knockover, but in comes Joybaj looking
They're
for
too
the run.
tanky.
You're actually taking a lot of damage. Praises Rat.
Yeah. Okay, good. Best player got away though. That's fine.
That puts us at 5-1.
Not too bad for counterplay from the Ohio brothers.
what was Zane saying?
Reshi's a little bit. This is the downside of the damage Arla in the early game.
On the lead.
You can't, 1v5 or 1v4.
But look at the group up to the side of BTK. They're already going for this 4-man rotation. They're looking to go for the invade, and right now, potential clash underway.
Very good. Cold altar popped. And whatever Diggy's ult is called.
Down. Cold Altar
Okay.
comes out trying to get best player over to safety.
I know what Basic's trying to do, but he needs to not do it. He just needs to not do it. And then Esme's like really cutting Arlot's wave hard. Yeah, I think this is just a disengage for BTK. They tried, good try. Not even a good try. That's a really good thing to do. I mean, look at that. Turtle's right about to come up. Cold altar burned. Diggy ult burned. That should be a free turtle.
K still holding a
Did we not say this about ISO earlier?
Both off the board here when you're talking about going for the turtle. And
Second strike, man. Second strike. Jeez.
Ohio Brothers isn't going to have anything to go contest.
Nice.
In the hands of Mobile Zane, who's going to pick up the second.
Arlet's cutting waves now, too. That's nice. Good.
Against the best player taking the lead right now for BTK.
Yeah, and a good lead at that at only 4.5 minutes. We're talking 2,000 already. Two turtles over to side.
So far, BTK is playing a really good game. They got a slight lead, a slight advantage. If they can keep it, maybe they can win.
More.
We're kind of seeing what I was harping on about
Hmm.
earlier. With this digging in the hands of Shark, the gameplay is
Okay. So Zane right now is basically trying to position himself in a way to like cut them off right here. You're gonna have Farsa positioned somewhere in, well, this is the wrong little box for it, sorry. Farsa is gonna try to probably position somewhere in this area. And Lolita's gonna be somewhere in this area. Carrie should be somewhere here. Zane should have this basically down and under control. That should be like what they're going for, in order if they want to really try and burn down 2 more utility ults. Such a waste of a rotation. They could have done so much more with that. Alright then, let's just not do anything with that. Okay then. Third strike, man. Do you not learn, sir? Third time's the charm. Yeah, you didn't even need anybody that time. Man's just played himself. That's crazy.
But was it enough, and is it on time right now to be able to catch up with BTK? It is going to help him take a lead in that gold advantage up against ISO, but here now we're seeing
if Zane loses this red tree right here, it's only going to be like a red tree issue, because it's literally only best player here. Hey yo, he had, to be fair, I guess if you're in Zane's shoes, to be fair, Mance had level 10 and Zane had level 9. So all that stealing the Zane's camps, it worked out in the end, right? Trust? Ooh, Claude got the item. Claude got the item. We have officially reached mid-game. It's gonna get very crazy right now. Ohio Brothers, from this point on, will begin to scale, so BTK can afford to make even less mistakes now. Carrie got her own golden staff a little bit later, but it's not as good because it's not AoE, man. That's interesting though. Why would they focus so much resources on Zane when Arla, your damage dealer, and Claude, your other damage dealer, are not really there? That's crazy. You're basically begging to break your own utility ultimates. All this vision that best player is giving is like key for Urishi. All he has to do right there is collapse. Like that's a really good position for Urishi right there. He can just like go in there. Nah, he's playing it safe, I guess.
He's looking good right now at 4-0-1. Esmeralda, is she back?
Yep, he got the tower though.
We have to pay attention to the macro coming in from basic. While they lost that, he was able to find a tower on the opposite side of the map. Now both side lanes have been opened up by the
It's not really,
but BTK is going to look to respond with
it's like bad macro. I mean, Claude had golden staff. He could have participated in that team fight and basically got a wipe. That's better macro because they would have opened mid. Yeah, you're not gonna burst the tanks a lot, bro. Yeah, that's GG. Mid dead. Okay. I have high hopes. The only thing that can really happen right now is really bad macro play. Somebody gets caught out and then they make a really bad macro play. That's the only thing that can happen here. Because right now there's a good lead. A good enough lead to the point where it can be pretty cancer. Alright, so here's where it starts to get crazy. So if you look at where basic is at, right? Or just keep in mind where everybody's at. I don't know if I can zoom in. I don't think I can. I'll just try to point it out again. So Urishi right here, in a bush. Joey Baj is over here in a bush, and Carrie's in this bush right here. ISO's in that bush. Farsa's visible to everybody right now, and Zane is about to go reveal these 3 guys in a bush, and obviously T and best player are duking it out at the Lord Pit. So the problem is that because he has DHS and Zane is not the type of jungler pick to rush like blade armors or anything like that, it's going to really, really, really hurt, and enough to probably where he's gonna probably die here. Like yeah, you can get Farsa ultimate backup, but you have two like strong utility ults. Diggy Shield, Faramis ult. Yeah, you're not gonna kill this Claude. He has too much basically shield around him, too much protection.
Be able to help the best player. He's
It's like a protect the king strat almost, but not really.
the only one right now dancing around that pit.
There you go. So now Basic doesn't really care about finishing off Zane. He's trying to zone out ISO. Because, yeah. Because with this positioning that they have, okay, Shark has deaded, right? Shark is gone. Shark has died. And that was from Zane's ultimate. But as soon as Basic went in, like right now, he literally just teleported, right? So I guarantee you Urishi is about to go in and, you know, go in and like follow up on that play. Yeah. Zane just has to get away because there's no way he's surviving. Yep. Easy. So if you want to, okay, so here's what happened in terms of like positioning wise, what was wrong with that. That's the beginning of something very bad. It's like if they repeat this mistake, it's gonna really affect them, okay? So first of all, right? First of all, you have Zane over here, you know, checking this bush, whatever, not doing the Lord Pit fight, right? They're gonna come and try to gank. He's trying to get vision, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So, they have vision on the Farsa because of mid, right? So, and she's just trying to clear wave. So, where Farsa's at is where Joy Bosch should have been, right? And where Joy Bosch is at is where Farsa should have been. That simple flip in where they're at would have been better. I mean, Lolita can clear this wave just as fast as Farsa can, really, honestly. So that thing alone, like that positioning alone, really, really hurt them.
Help the best player. He's the only one right now dancing around that pit.
Yeah, and then right here, it's just too late at that point. It's just too late. Yeah, you can't really do much. Everybody's too low, and to that point also, and so Joy Baj, instead of sitting in this bush forever to try to get a sneaky ult, should have checked every bush around, you know, while doing this Lord dance, so that Zane didn't have to, you know, just do that, you know. So I'm just saying, as a roamer, bro, you just need to do more bush checks in general, because otherwise you're just gonna keep getting this type of counterplays on your team, especially on those big objectives. I don't think T dies though. T's been fed since the early game. I don't think T dies. Yeah, no. Okay, good counterplay from ISO. Nice.
BTK trying to respond here. Lord still coming.
Maybe a bit too greedy from best player there.
Yeah, he was definitely way too greedy for that one. I mean, he's a tank slot. He's not gonna hurt the Esme. It doesn't make sense.
BTK with that well thought out fight that they had up against them.
Now they're just doing the copium, you know, handle the Lord waves. Really, it's nothing really to see there. I don't think. Oh my goodness. Wait, hold up. Maybe I have to give Joy Bosch some. Yeah, I have to give him some credit there. Mans is good. Mans is waiting in the right bush this time.
Right in between these two.
Good.
He's going to be able to think clearly when it comes to executing on these macro decisions.
Zane is way too brave for that, man. No, sir, not into a Claude. You got away though. But damn. You need to rush Blade Armor at that point if you're Zane. That Lord mess up right there literally basically evened the board out, like, overall. Actually, it's a little bit better for the side of Ohio Brothers right now. They have another tower prio. We'll almost have another tower prio. I say that because of Claude, because Claude can basically tower prio anybody, or any tower. I feel like with the way Joybosh plays, a Mathilda would be better suited for him. He just doesn't have the playstyle that like a Lolita can really benefit from.
Gonna hold down vision, maybe come close to this purple buff. The rest of the team try to get a flank. Gotta keep our eyes on the basic.
Like,
Trying to work that backside.
no.
For something. Nice possible pick here. Phantom execution comes through. Joybot's very low, but T crashes in. Appraisal's lane. Best player very low, but T not able to get the finish. Look at basic though with the macro once.
See that? See what I mean? Tower prio. Tower prio. Goodness gracious. Now you always have to keep somebody from your team with a good wave clear, which the only one you have is ISO, to be on wave control. And Claude's just way faster now at this point to rotate, so you're always going to be short a member to have wave control. Alright, let's see what happened again. Great positioning. Deku said great positioning. Oh no. Okay, I swear, if Joybosh camps in here the whole time again, I'm gonna just be starting the mauled here. So, again, just go, you know, okay, so where do you check for a Lord Pit fight? You check this bush where Arlotte's in right now, definitely. You check those bushes right there, you know, these bushes, the one he's in already. You check this one, and 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 this one. Literally, every single one. You need vision before you start such a big target, okay? Or even try to contest it, because like if you don't do it, you're gonna be screwed. And if you do find someone in there, and you're checking it, all you have to do is call your team to help you out, and you literally knock off a team member off the map, right?
The Ohio Brothers have been known, right? I feel like they've been so known for their macro overall, their placement on the map. Yato gonna drop the airstrike, but in comes Yuresh.
Yeah, nope. That.
He gets the kill.
Yeah.
A big mega kill. Lord, very low. Zane.
Dude, what in the? He's probably gonna land a good like 3-man. Yeah, there it is. At least he landed a good stun, right? Like, okay, congratulations. Like, you have a 3-man stun. Whoop-de-doo. Zane got the Lord though. Zane got the Lord. It wasn't too bad in the end. I say that if they make that mistake one more time, that's gonna be an L for BTK. Because I guarantee you that the Ohio Brothers will not make that same mistake. So the mistake they made right here, right? Let me show you. There wasn't really a mistake. It's just a bad read. So see where basic is ulting, right? You'll see it. He's out of the range of Lolita's ult, right? He already saw the carry. He already saw where ISO was at. How did he know where ISO was at? Because if you look at when Arlott ganked the Farsa, he had vision, right? So look at the ult, right? See that? He tries. It's just a weird way of retreating. Like, look where your allies are at, right? Like, he could have just stayed there, man. He really could have. Because nobody can really, like, punch him down like that. If he would have stayed there, he might have died, but they would have wiped BTK. Easily. Like, especially with Lance's chase. That should have been a wipe. You could have ended right there, Ohio Brothers. You could have ended right there. You just would have cost the life of Basic. Sacrifice Basic. Alright, let's fast forward because this is just gonna be wave sinks and all that. Oh, hold up. They try to do something. They try to prove me wrong. Alright, so BTK with Lord coming down is going to try and gank somebody. Okay. It's not bad. It's either all 5 rotating with Lord. This is also fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Because then all they have to do is like rotate as a group, right? Like what they just did right here for this tower. They have to do that for this one, and then maybe for that one. I don't think so. This one's kind of low already. They just kind of have to stay in this area right here, and they should be fine to take max advantage of this Lord. Like at this point, they can just leave that Lord to die. There's not gonna do much else. They need to rotate to mid. Yeah. Okay, good rotation. There we go. Good. There you go. Yeah, and then the top lane just died. It was already low. So yeah, that was actually. I mean, I give that a 10 out of 10. I mean, that was good play. That good job. Not bad. Yeah, okay, so this basically re-evened out the board once again. You could say that they even have a slight advantage with the, they have this one tower left over there, but I think it's okay. It's not bad. So I want to also point out this right here. On the map, they saw Zane. They're gonna see ISO pretty soon. They don't know where Joybaj is. Well, they do, because if they probably had vision on him like a little bit earlier. What can happen is that they might send Basic or Urishi up to clear this wave right here to get some, like, push this wave a little bit so that they can have some better prio for this Lord coming up in 42 seconds. And what Yato and T are doing is they're waiting right there to ambush somebody and burst them, basically. It might work. It depends on if they go out as a group or not. Or if they take the bait or not. Yeah. Yep. What? Why did they wait so long? Why? Okay. You're Farsa, right? You know this guy has a Petrify and his ultimate and a stun. Why did you wait so long? At least retreat at that point if you knew Arlet's going to check that bush for basic, right? They're trying to kill basic. Nah. They got outplayed. They got outplayed. No. Good idea, good intentions, wrong execution, horrible execution, gross execution. Hey yo, Shark almost got killed right there. Hey yo, hold up. Hey yo, okay, yo, hold up. Let me go back because I was still mauling about that execution. So if you look in the map, my bad. Let me go back a little bit more. If you look at the map right there, Zane and Joybaj were rotating along with ISO, right? And Hoon is right there giving vision. But because of that, they all jump on Hoon, right? Try to capitalize on something, anything. And if you look at where ISO went, he was gonna either try to push that tower, or then now he can go back and like collapse on the Faramis. Yep. And Shark was trying to reach Hoon to help him out. Popped his ult. That's good. That's really good for a Lord. The problem is, like I told you guys before, it's ISO, and he's the only one who has the lane prio. Farsa, Esme, dead. Joybaj out here with you and Zane. You have turret prio gods right here. You have basic doing exactly what he needs to be doing right now, especially when Lord is about to come back up. Yeah, that's GG. You're gonna get that. That's gonna be an inhib. Yeah, it's an inhib. Killed Lolita. Oh no. That's so bad. The one thing they shouldn't do right now is try to contest this Lord. Like, by no means, Your tank is dead and your marksman is dead. 25 seconds left to come back up. Yes, Lord is up, but you can't. You just have to play a defense. If you go for an offense and you try to steal this Lord, you're gonna lose the game. Like at this point right now, it's gone. You can't, bro. Zane.
But a quick little reverse from Ohio Brothers, and now they're in great position to be able to take up this Lord this time, but you can't count out BTK. Mobile Zane is still alive. And
Hey yo, looks like TOB actually checks bushes, bro. Like, okay, like at this point, Claude doesn't even need to come here, bro. Like, he really doesn't even need to come here. He can just like start pushing waves and stuff. Well, actually, no, they kind of need him to kill Zane because he's the only one with the DHS. I take that back. So yeah, good job, Basic, rotating properly over here. But he's got this whole tower pushed in, shoved in really hard. I don't know. I just see this as a complete L. I can't see BTK coming back from this. Because all you have to do is focus Zane and kill him. He has immortality. It doesn't matter. Claude has literally full build right now. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't. You can't do anything. Basic just needs to focus Zane. Yeah, they just said screw Lord. We're gonna kill him. Yep. See, now it doesn't matter if you have 4 members up because the guy with Retri just died. Now, just like before where T can't die, I don't think T can die either, like right now. Well, maybe if Claude, you know, gets high focus on T, but like right now, Z, like T's damage has fallen off. There's nothing T can actually do, like to stop them, because like the CC part of Esmeralda doesn't really exist, right? There's not enough crowd control on their side, because they relied on Zane for it, and Zane is dead.
Currently, Ohio Brothers do control this pit. T now going to come in. Falling Star Moon does not connect. Feathered airstrike, able to land something. The best player.
Yep, where is she? Okay, let me go back before I say any cap, okay? Look what Urishi is doing, right? He knows that Farsa and Carry are going to be from that side, right? Because of Shark's ult, right? So he's rotating behind Joybosh, because he knows how Joybosh plays, right? He knows those types of like ults he tries to get, right? He knows his positions in front of his carries, right? It's normal. So he goes all the way around. Look at him. Look at him looping all the way around just to kill ISO and Yato. That guarantee he's gonna kill both of them. Guarantee it. And Basic over here with his ult, like it's GG. Oh, the Wind of Nature though. Nice proc. Always gotta commend a nice Wind of Nature proc. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so I'm gonna rewind a little bit so I can show you guys that play again. This this is what lost the game. This right here, this lost the entire game. Catching up to getting the Faramis kill is fine. That's great. Very nice. This part right here, great. Disengage. 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 Recall. Do something. Get away. And when you're recalling, protect your marksman as you recall. Yeah, that to me that's the play that did it. Not even Zane trying to get Lord. I don't think that's what. I mean, I guess that's what sealed the deal. But to me, it was that play that Yato and T did. That, you know, they just got diffed right there, man. I think that's what really did it, honestly. And I guess to seal the deal, we can talk about itemization over here. See what they got. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so I hate this item on Lance. Tank Lance. Sucks. It actually sucks. Like, yeah, you get mono regen. Yeah, yeah. I know why people get it. Bro, don't do this to yourself. Like, no. Why do you do this to yourself? Just if you're playing tanks a lot, try to avoid this item at all costs, please. Thank you. That's the only thing I have to knock off on it, really. Basic build is great. It's your typical, you got your Trinity, your pen, which Claude needs, and your magic res for the Yato ult, or damage in general. Let's see here. Urishi, damage Arlot, good. Yeah, it's just damage Arlot. I can't say anything bad about it. He's gonna be able to endless battle, good. Or even rose gold, either or, good. Shark going for the support diggy with the Athena shield because he's trying to survive Yato's damage. Yeah, good. And Hoon going for the magic damage burst because he's the mage on the team. Yeah, good. I like it. No, nothing. So far, nothing wrong other than I think best player's item really. Over here, T going for slowdowns. When there's a diggy on this side, I don't really see it, but you do you. I think that what would have been better here over an Ice Queen may have been, I'd say a what's the item called? Radiant armor would have been better here. That's about the only critique I have there. Carrie's build is okay, I guess. It's just this pick didn't really synergize well, honestly. Zane's build is okay. I just think he should not have completed this item. And Radiant wise, I think Radiant was a good pickup. And Dom Ice, also a good pickup. Not really in terms of like stopping shields or anything like that, but to just nerf a little bit of Claude's attack speed. But he could have just left it to Joy Boy to get it and like stay on Claude. And maybe if he would have got a blade armor, it would have been a little bit better at dealing with basic. And maybe a blade armor here instead, Zane. And maybe you should try that out against the Claude instead of getting the Dom Ice. Worth a shot at least. But it's not a bad item like at all. Okay. Joybaj. Yeah, that's okay. He's pretty. I guess he was dying a lot to the. I think the only thing I'm knocking him off points off is not getting at least a Dreadnought armor for the Arlot. And for Farsa, yeah, that's just standard burst build. I can't knock off anything about that. So yeah, I mean, hopefully it wasn't like too much of a boring analysis. I mean, analysis and macro plays in general are not really like a. It's not my standard cup of tea. There's a reason I don't do them. It's because I start to see things that like I think are bad plays, but then people think they're not bad plays, and then we just have discussions in the comments. But feel free to give your feedback on it. Maybe I missed something. I'm more of a draft type person, but it's always interesting to see the actual games and how they play out. You could have a better draft, but if you don't execute it better than the enemy, you're gonna lose, right? So that's the whole, I guess, beauty of the game. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. And like I said, if you have a specific game you're interested in, it doesn't even have to be from NACT. Just let me know, and I'll check it out. Definitely check it out.